closer. I switched out the regulator. I had a brand new in the box 6-volt regulator. It's a all-state, so it's the Sears regulator. The date on it was 1959, but like I say, it was sealed up in a box. So I stuck that on there, and now I have generation. Though I do have another generator, but in looking at this one, I could see one of the brushes, the wire is out of the brush. Well, I ordered another set of brushes for it, and then I'll have a backup. But I have to go through and, like these old generators, they use, the old oil caps for the bearings. There's actually one of the grease caps on the distributor. So I got to go through all that stuff. And then I'm going to set the valves and the timing and adjust the carburetor, but I wanted to warm it up and dump the oil because that's been in there at least 10 years. And what I was saying about accessories on this car, this is the windshield washer. Now, at that time they weren't making cars with windshield washers, but it was an accessory. So whoever bought this car, they put a lot of stuff on it. They really fancied it up with the accessories that were available at the time. One of the things it's got in the shift mechanism here, there's a switch that actually operates a backup light. When you put it in reverse, flips that switch and the backup light comes on. There's a little chrome light on the back bumper. There again, way ahead of its time. It's kind of neat working on this, but like I say, this isn't your standard 47 Chevy. It's somebody really put some money into it at the time. But the funny thing, see, when I got this car, I should give you a little back history on this. It was at a Volkswagen dealership I spotted this car back in like 79 or 80, probably 79. And I was talking to the salesman. Well, it turned out, because it's kind of an unusual car to turn up on a lot at that time. And it was sitting in the back corner. And he said, well, he just moved into a new house, the salesman had, and he said there was an old widow lady that lived next door to him, and when she found out he was a car salesman, she asked him to sell this car for her. And like I said, it really wasn't, he just worked there, but he thought, well, I'll put it on the lot, and I'll see if anybody's interested in it. Well, I jumped at it. I don't even remember what I paid for it, but you're getting, it had like 60,000 miles on it. And it's got about 160 on it now. That I put on, about 100,000 miles. But it's been it has been a good car. And like I say, they're just a joy to work on. But I would have run a little more and get that oil out and then start mucking with the other stuff. But I played around, I got brakes. Not really good brakes, but by God, there's something there. But I'm going to go through all them. I want to run it a little and see if any wheel cylinders are leaking, and that'll tell me which to go at, because I got a bunch of the seals for the wheel cylinders. The good thing is I've been picking up parts for these all along, so I've got stuff on hand. And I should fill up the jar here and see if I got windshield washer action. But there ain't much to go wrong. Just a little diaphragm there that pumps it, a little vacuum. You push a button, it gives it a squirt. So it's not exotic, but for at the time, I'm sure that was something else. It's kind of funny too. This has got that Fulton sunshade, that visor over the windshield. Now, when I got the car, that wasn't on. It was in the trunk. Somebody had taken it off. And that always puzzled me until I put it on. And I figured it out really quick. They are horrible in town. You can't see traffic lights. You know, you have to get your head way down or look out the window to watch for a light to change. You know, they're no good for that. In fact, there's a lot of people who sell, there's a little prism that mounts on the dashboard that the light is supposed to shine, you know, and you can watch that prism and it'll tell you if, you know, I don't know how good they work, but it was a common accessory, because if you have that visor on, you aren't going to see any lights. And now, at the time, I'm sure she was living in town or just outside of town, but if she would drive into town, she would run into that problem. So I can see where she would take that sun visor off, though they are nice. But this thing is, it's really comfortable. You know, they kind of float along. The seats are like couches in there. You know, it's really comfortable and really roomy. You could wear a top hat in it. It's so darn tall. It's a nice car, but just a little unusual. It's good to have it working again, though. Good to have a generator, because I fought with that for years, trying to get a regulator that worked. Well, I got a brand new one now that works. Then I'll just rebuild this generator and probably put this one on and then rebuild that one, so I have a spare Jenny. She's coming along, which is pretty near roadworthy.